Recently, I've been getting a lot of comments that imply certain regions are better than others. But is that really true? Are some players more skilled on specific servers? Hi guys, this is Eggwick, and today we're answering the question, which region has the best players? If you like this vid, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's free and you can always unsubscribe at any time. Enjoy.
Also, he'll be live on Twitch almost every day and we hope to see you there.
So, as you guys know, I don't think there's that big of a skill gap between regions. A silver in Asia is probably around the same skill level of a silver in NA or in EU. That said, not everyone thinks this way. The frequency of "this region is better than that region" comments have increased so much that I even have a command on my stream whenever I get that type of response. As such, I knew I had to do something. So I asked some people on my Discord server to help out with this informal experiment. There are two parts to this experiment. Firstly, I wanted to know what each specific region thought about themselves in comparison to others. There were 30 participants per region and all of them were in silver. I'm using silver because that's the average rank of a typical player in Valorant. I tasked them with rating each region based on their perceived skill level. The catch is that they've probably only played on one region, so rating the others would be just guessing since they've never experienced it. However, what I actually wanted to find out was how highly they thought of themselves. For the second part of the experiment, I asked players to go into the range and do the hard bot challenge 3 times. Their scores were recorded so that we can compare the quote-unquote skill level across regions. Now, keep in mind this is only the range challenge. It doesn't account for game sense, positioning, and many other things. But that'd be almost impossible to measure with my limited resources. I just got really annoyed by a comment that said Mumbai players flick everyone and one-tap people, so I wanted to test it out. Anyway, here are the results. Unsurprisingly, all regions had a similar score in the range, with Asia being the lowest at 9.4, then NA at 10.2, and finally EU at 11.4. Keep in mind this is silver, so the average score might not be too high. Secondly, as predicted, the average total quote-unquote skill rating given to regions by players was also around the same, with Asia at 5.7 and NA and EU at 5.6. However, this is where it gets interesting. When regions were scored by their native players, meaning NA players were scoring NA and Asia players were scoring Asia, the ratings had a drastic change. Players in Asia saw their server to be the king, coming in at an average of 6.8 out of 10. This is followed by NA at 6.0 and finally EU at 5.4. Now, I know that the range isn't the most accurate indicator of skill, but it's funny to think that the lowest scoring participants had the highest view of themselves, while the highest scoring participants rated themselves the lowest. Also, we can break down Asia even further because I had it segregated into General Asia, India, and OCE, since they're all technically on Apex servers according to Riot. This is where it gets even more interesting. Players on the Mumbai server had the best score amongst their fellow Asians, but also viewed themselves the lowest at a 10.6 average range score and a 6.4 rating. OCE players, on the other hand, scored an average of 8 but rated themselves a whopping 8.8. That's the highest rating by far, and high ratings for low scores seems to be a recurring theme. Anyway, that's a small thing I had to share. Lastly, you might be asking, what is the conclusion to all of this? Well, to be honest, there's no accurate way of determining which server is the best. If anything, this just shows that the difference in skill between servers isn't as great as some players are implying. Asian silvers are definitely not equal to NA diamonds, and based on the tests, EU is probably the most mechanically skilled. I know the reason behind this video seems a bit petty, but I just had to make it because players climb to the rank through improvement and hard work, and this whole regional mindset aims to discredit that. But yeah, that's it for now. I know I haven't been posting these experiment/survey type vids for a while, but honestly, it's hard to come up with ideas. The commentary vids are less about making them and more about finding a good topic to cover and give my opinion on. Anyway, I do hope that you enjoyed this short informal experiment. Thank you so much to all those who participated. Their names will be in the description box along with the public spreadsheet with all the data that was used. If you guys have any suggestions or comments about the topic, I'd love to hear them down below. Thank you so much for 110k subscribers. This is Eggwick. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.